If you've experienced abuse or mistreatment by a family member who is a U.S. citizen or resident, listen closely because the VAWA Visa can offer you not only protection, but a chance to live without fear. This visa understands your situation and can even forgive certain past mistakes in your record. Want to know what these crimes are and how this visa can change your life? Let's get started. To request certain waivers under VAWA, you need to prove that you're a victim of extreme physical or emotional abuse by a U.S. citizen or permanent resident and that you're maintaining good moral character throughout the application process. While VAWA allows forgiveness for some minor offenses, it's essential to show your intent to improve and rebuild your life. But listen up, Immigration Nation. VAWA is designed to understand that sometimes in an abusive relationship, you might have done things under pressure or even in self-defense. However, it's important to know the limits of what this visa can forgive. So let me explain some crimes that VAWA does not forgive. Homicide, drug trafficking, we're not talking about simple possession here, money laundering, human trafficking, fraud or conspiracy to defraud the United States, espionage, and terrorism. Those are unforgivables. To receive a waiver, I recommend gathering complete evidence and consulting an attorney who can help structure your application, as the proof of good moral character heavily depends on each particular situation and your personal history as an applicant. Some examples of crimes that VAWA Visa may forgive include minor offenses like petty theft or shoplifting. Imagine, due to an abuser's control, you took something from a store because you didn't have sufficient resources and felt you had no other choice. VAWA understands this context and may forgive this type of incident if it happened within an abusive relationship and you show that you are working on rehabilitation. Minor traffic violations. When living in constant stress and fear, it's easy to commit infractions like speeding or accumulating fines, maybe even a DUI. If you show that these incidents happened while you were suffering abuse and you are seeking to improve your behavior, VAWA may forgive even these offenses, understanding that abuse can impact your actions. Possessions of controlled substances in small amounts. Again, small amounts, because large amounts is drug trafficking. Small amounts is just possession. Sometimes, under the emotional and psychological pressure of an abusive relationship, people turn to substances to cope with the pain. VAWA may consider forgiving these cases as long as the amounts were minimal and you are demonstrating efforts towards rehabilitation. Immigration law violations. Many VAWA applicants may have entered the country without permission or worked without authorization due to their abusive situation. For example, if you entered the country without documents or worked to support your family while in an abusive relationship, VAWA can and will forgive these infractions, understanding the context of need or manipulation under which they occurred. Another one is self-defense. VAWA also recognizes situations where you defended yourself against an abuser's attack. If in protecting yourself there was a reaction that led to minor charges, VAWA may consider simply forgiving it, understanding it was in self-protection during a dangerous moment. Additionally, VAWA applicants have special advantages. For instance, if you were deported and wish to re-enter, you can request a waiver from USCIS if you can show a connection between the departure and the abuse you suffered. VAWA also offers other important exceptions. You don't have to worry about the public charge requirement. This means you do not need an affidavit of support for your residency. Even document fraud. If you made a mistake in the past that involved mistakes in applications that immigration might consider fraudulent, you can request a waiver as long as you can prove that without it, you'd face extreme hardship. To give an example, imagine a U.S. citizen's wife who suffered intense psychological abuse, financial control, and constant threats. If she committed minor offenses in the past, VAWA considers her entire history, taking into account how the abuse influenced her decisions. VAWA is not just a process, it's a declaration that no matter what you faced, you have the right to live without fear and without the weight of past mistakes. This visa gives you the support and strength to leave behind the pain and move towards a safe and peaceful future. And if you want to know more about how VAWA works and everything you need to know to protect yourself, I'll leave a video in the description where we go into every detail of this valuable option. I want to know more about you, Immigration Nation. Let me know in the comments if you have questions and if you knew about the benefits of VAWA, or if you've gone through it yourself or know someone who has. Now, if you're ready to take control of your life and say goodbye to abuse, VAWA is here to support you. Don't let fear of the past dictate your future. You are not alone. There are pathways and help within reach. Remember, we're in this together. Until next time, hey, did you like the video? I invite you to watch another video where I share more tips on how to protect your reputation as an immigrant. Until next time.